今天我们来市场 market， 拜拜。
大家好! Today I am going to be reacting to my first time going to a traditional market in Taiwan. It was like 2 years ago, so we have some footage and I remember some of it but not all of it. So I'm going to be reacting to it with you guys and sharing my thoughts of my first time going to the traditional market in Taiwan.
Yep, this is what this video is about. So let's get started.
Yay!
I guess like how much do you remember about on that day?
I remember it was somewhere in the first week. I rode on the scooter with your mom actually, and we drove into town and then we arrived at like, I think it was like a brick building. Once we got there, we could walk into the building and then there was just all these stands of different types of meats and vegetables and things that you could buy.
鸡肉，对，蓝色的。
That was crazy to just see like the whole chicken twisted like that. We don't like see that at like a store or anything in the US. And then I'd also never seen a blue chicken before, like with blue skin. That was crazy. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
它说的比较漂亮。
Yeah, those frogs, that's so crazy to just see them in that bin and there's like everywhere.
I do curious about like, is that your first time seeing like frog like that? Is that at school you guys will do like biology class that you guys will like
Dissect frogs.
Dissect frogs, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've dissected frogs before, but that's different because they're preserved in formaldehyde. So they're not like fresh at all. And like we are the ones who like cut them open just to like look at the inside. But yeah, it was crazy to just see them like totally gutted, like just sitting there.
How do you feel about the market so far?
很多的鱼，
对，
我喜欢。很多的动物，动物。有时候 alive， 有时候。
So that's the first market we are. Now we're going to a second one.
Am I holding this on the bike?
No, you can hang it there. 接下来我们到旧的建国市场，露天的，在 there's no cover on the top。今天有你这个地陪，我们的市场达人，菜市场达人，我的妈妈。
Your mom is a traditional market master. It's true.
我也可以去逛，我会从这边这样绕过去，绕到，然后再从这边绕。
我们就跟你啊，好。
Yeah, I was like so scared of getting ran over. There's jichas everywhere. I really just focus on keeping my eyes on your mom and making sure I don't get left behind.
Nice job on crafting through all of those. You are very Taiwanese.
哦，谢谢。
What do you think about like people and scooters sharing the road at the traditional market?
I was pretty surprised. So when we were at the traditional market, it's just like people walking and jichas like all combined together. It's not like walk on one side and jichas on the other side or anything. It's just all combined. At first I was really scared because I was like, we're gonna get ran over. But I think you'll get used to it pretty fast. After a while, I don't worry about it anymore. I'm like, oh, like I kind of got the flow, the Taiwanese flow, you know? Definitely shocking at first, but it's fine. Everyone is safe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this scene shows what it felt like most of the time.
Why are there so many people on their bikes? It seems really hard to get around.
Well, I think because sometimes it's really heavy to carry stuff around, and most of the people here are like older, so it's hard for them to move around. It's better for them to, you know, ride a scooter around, even it's packed. Yeah.
Okay, just give it to her.
Yes. What you have? What you have? Show us the camera.
Pink booties.
Pink what?
Booties.
Oh yeah, those. I don't know what that mianbao is called.
It's 寿桃包.
Yeah, it looks like a pink butt. Yeah, your mom was really like challenging me, encouraging me to be the one to pay for stuff, which was kind of fun.
What did you just get?
Zucchini.
你要教他怎么挑？
多少？
多少的？
你觉得它屁股就好了。好
Based on your feel.
，OK。
19块。
19. 19. You can give it 2 tens. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
迷你新野菜
And then she's giving you $1 change.
，Thank you。
现在我们在 veggie section. Go ahead. 100元，对。
1元。
1元，对。5元。
Oh, I said I looked behind me and there's 3 people looking at me like this.
Do you remember that when I was there, I felt like there was a lot of people looking at me? Not like rude or anything, but I think maybe some people were surprised to see Byron at the traditional market. Yeah, I kind of felt some people looking at me, and I was just kind of like, oh, don't mind me.
Is that happened a lot, like when you were in Taiwan? Like, a lot of people
Yes.
looking at you.
Yeah, I think especially if we were in more touristy places, people don't really pay that close attention. But in places like this, like a traditional market where you probably would expect tourists to go, I feel like people were looking at me more and probably more surprised to see me there.
排队。She got this. Goodbye. $3.
你的月租的无看开到西地了，但应该无可能啊，因为报上来的啊。
谢谢。
谢谢。
Nice. It's pretty good.
That was like so fun, but it was also a little stressful. First, I have to make sure I don't get lost. And then second, I feel like people are probably looking at me. And then when I'm having to pay, it's not a big deal. Like no one is going to like get mad or anything if I actually get the wrong amount. They could just like tell me and stuff. But I was just so nervous that I was going to do it wrong. And so glad you guys were there with me.
Especially as just your first week in Taiwan. I think that's just the first weekend.
Yeah. I mean, all I have to do is hand them the money, but it just feels scary in a foreign country, you know, like every small thing feels a little scary to do. So yeah, that was fun.
If you can master shopping here, you can master shopping anywhere in Taiwan.
Good one. Never heard that before. 这个是 sickly day.
Sick today?
Sickly day.
Sick.
Sickly.
Sick.
One thing I really liked looking at the market was all the different types of fish that there was. Before we went on this trip, I was taking an ichthyology class, which is basically a class all about fish. So I learned how to identify a bunch of fish. So I was like looking at all of them. I was like, oh, I know that one. I know that one. I know that one. So that was fun.
So crowded. Andorra. 很臭。 So how do you feel about the market?
I think it's really great. It's very crowded and a little smelly, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I buy some things.
Yeah. It's our first time being here, so 非常好玩. Yep.
好玩。
When I was little, I really hate come to market because my mom takes forever to shop, and then here it's just like so crowded, and yeah, I just not like it. I just feel it's so boring. But now I'm more like, my mom is like so hard to buy all the food, and it's like heavy, so I'm coming here to help her to carry everything.
Wow, you're such a good little boy. He told me to say that. Just kidding.
She goes scared after.
Can I go under there?
Sure. I don't think there's anyone there.
Wow, really exploring the traditional market.
他走了。
对，他走。
好啦 This is the end of our 菜市场 journey. How do you feel?
It's good.
Good.
Good experience.
What's your favorite part?
When I paid for the potatoes
Yeah.
with $109 so that she didn't have to give me as much change back.
That's very
It's
Taiwanese.
a big accomplishment.
Yep.
Anyway.
对，好 This is end of the video. 我们下一次影片见，拜拜。
我们下次见。
拜拜。
Alright, that's all the clips I have for your first time in the traditional market. Is there anything that you would like to share that's not in the video?
Yeah, I guess just like my overall thoughts on it is that it's pretty cool. Like sometimes I wish that we had a market like that here where we live. First of all, there's so many different kinds of foods. Like you can get anything you want basically there. Especially now, I'm learning a lot of Taiwanese recipes recently, and sometimes like we can't get that kind of food at our grocery stores here, so sometimes I wish I could just go back to the traditional market and like get everything you need. Everything is so fresh. Like it's kind of crowded and crazy, but it's cool, and yeah, I liked it. I wish we had something like that here. Yeah, so that was my first time going to the traditional market, but during our time in Taiwan, we actually went to the market a few more times. A lot of times I would go with Cheng's mom, just me and her. And I do have some like funny memories from there. Like, for example, she always wants to make sure I'm covered up by the sun, which by the way, that in American culture, we don't really care that much about tanning. We actually kind of like tanning. But she always wanted to like protect my skin. So she would always give me something to wear. But I remember one time she wanted me to wear a hat. I was like, oh no, I'm good. She's like, no, you should wear this hat. So I wear like this big like hat to the market, and it was actually very comfy. But I remember feeling a little silly. I was like, people are probably staring at me like, who is this white person with that giant hat? Another interesting memory I have, she took me to see like some noodles that were being made, like homemade. They had like these a lot of like machines that were like flattening out the dough and then cutting out the noodles. That was pretty cool to see. One time I think we had just arrived at the market, and we were getting off of the scooter, and this guy passed by and he started talking to your mom. I think he asked her if I was Russian or German or something. I don't remember which country, but she was like, oh no, she's American. And then he was surprised because he was like, oh, she's so short. So he didn't think I was American. He thought I was like European or something. I thought that was funny. I guess a lot of Taiwanese people think that Americans are all really tall and really big, but not me. I'm pretty short. So yeah, that's all that we have for today. So thank you for watching my first time going to the traditional market in Taiwan. If you have any other questions about my first experience at the Taiwanese market, feel free to throw them down in the comments below and we'll try our best to answer them. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.